Yeah. Yeah. It's Walkman Z. What's up? This is a review of Super Carter Honor, which happened on Friday. This April 1st? Yeah, April 1st. Friday, April 1st. Great fucking show. You gotta go do it. It was worth it. This is the first ROH has annual shows during the weekend of WrestleMania, and I watched it. It was Tony Khan's first time booking and setting up a show because he brought Ring of Honor last month officially. It was totally worth it. And so let's it was let's get right into it. Coca, the first wait a minute. There's a 0 hour pre-show which happened on YouTube, which was an hour. But the actual let's go down the match card. The first Colt Cabana versus wait, hold on. Colt Cabana versus Blake Christian. Great, a good match. Colt Cabana can go. He has technical style. He can fly when he wants to. He does do a moonsault. Big athletic motherfucker. Just solid. And and be nice. I don't know if he ever went heel. I'm not saying I want to see him. I'm just saying he needs to. I mean, I would like to see how that would look, but he doesn't need to go heel. But I just like to see how would that look if he went heel, Colt Cabana. But he defeats Blake Christensen in about 8 minutes. AQA, excuse me, for Miranda Alizé. I apologize. AQA is actually comes from the Booker T reality wrestling school. She was on part of NXT. Never got I don't think she actually got too much TV time, but she was released. She is a good high flyer. She defeats Miss Alizé by a shooting star a moonsault, and she has a beautiful moonsault. It's almost like she's going in slow motion. Gates of Agony, which is part of Telly Blanchard's new Telly Blanchard's Enterprises, which he's kind of like doing the whole Bobby the Brain Heenan manager, thing where it's the Gates of Agony, which kind of reminds me of Authors of Pain. I'm not saying that he ripped them off, but that's a great fucking name. There's a name. There's a tag team. It's Jasper Khan, or Quan. He's just as he's known as, and also Toa. So it's Toa and Quan. They defeat Shabani Shadow, the Shabani Shadow Squad. No, Shabani Shadow Squad and Cheeseburger. So, hold on. Defeated by the Cheeseburger and Eli Isom are known as the Shabani Shadow Squad. My fault. I apologize. This didn't even go 3 minutes. Like 2 minute match. Still a good match. Good showcase for them. I'm glad that, because look, if you look at Quan and Toa, they just look too. Toa, I believe, is Samoan. They both look Samoan, but I'm not sure. But I know Toa is a Samoan, and Quan is I don't know. He looks mixed, but he just looks solid. He looks like he looks like a fucking beast. Look. They both had matches on Dark and Dark Elevation before, and it's like it's notable names that don't get a chance to do. Excuse me, notable names that you don't get a chance to actually get to be on and have too much television time, but I saw these two, and I'm like, Tony has to sign. He has to put them somewhere to do something. They look too. because like you could say, I'm glad everybody gets to work, but you want to, even if you don't have to fucking win, but you just even like fucking the factory. Even when the factory lose, they still lose in a good battle, in a good effort. It's like fucking Finn Balor is getting treated like a jobber, even when he has the title. Fucking Ricochet, even though he won, or I believe he won his this past SmackDown. He won when he won to get and he got his wins back against Los Lotharios. That's not the point. He's been looking at the lights as and he's the champion. And they neither one had a title match. Neither Ricochet nor Finn Balor had a title match. And Ricochet is the Intercontinental Championship as champion, and fucking excuse me. And fucking Finn Balor, he's at a damn USA Championship, and they're treated like an absolute ass, straight dog shit. Like what the fuck? So, anyways, this is just a side note. My point is, it's like if you're gonna lose looking good, and there's even on Dark. There are quite a few squash matches, but there's people who do get some sort of offense in, something, for the, like, damn. Not saying that fucking Ricochet and Finn Balor have been getting squashed, but like I've been hearing how these matches have been going, and 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and they're like, yeah, I'm telling you, I don't watch a full show because it's ridiculous, the repetitiveness. I tend to watch the clips that WWE put up in the news, the dirt sheets, whatever you want to call it, whatever have you. But I'm like, damn it. And it's like for years, up until before they got brought, the WWE Network, I was hanging in there. I said, God, this gotta change. Vince can't keep doing this. He can't keep doing this. He can't keep fucking up like this. And he keeps on fucking up. And I watched quite a few matches from this night one. There's a few matches that had my interest. I heard, fucking Logan Paul had a great fucking outing with the Miz. Still surprised they won. This doesn't really do much for Rey Mysterio and Dominic. They're the full time. Anyway, it was entertaining, and I'm going off track here. I apologize. Screwdriver. Sorry. Gotta get in when I can. I apologize. Whatever the match list. Yeah, but like I said, Gates of Agony, great. Yeah, I'm glad. He's good. That Tony signed them. They're both great. All right, now Dalton Castle, and Joe Henry. Joe Henry, if you remember Joe Henry from Walk Culture Wrestling and other promotions, he's a solid. I didn't think he was gonna be. He's solid. He got the grayish blonde hair going. He's solid. I mean, he's strong. He don't look small, but he remind you, his strength kind of reminds you how Cesaro, and some of the feats of strength Cesaro does. It's like, damn, like I know you don't look weak, but damn, you really doing all this. So Dalton Castle, great. I liked it. Great match. I like Dalton Castle. It could have went either way. But Dalton Castle defeats Joe Henry. Great match. Now that was part of that was the last match of the zero out of the pre-show. First match of the main show, the actual pay-per-view, is Swerve Strickland defeats Alex Zane. This is my first time seeing Alex Zane. I fucks with Alex Zane, and they're damn near like, it was kind of like remind you of when Ricochet fought the aerial assassin. I'm really on the indies but I'm drawing a blank on his name. But the aerial assassin, he kind of remind you of that. they weren't, it wasn't so much they were doing each other's moves and stuff, but you can see they had similar styles, but at the same time different. And if that makes any sense, but this was a great match. Went of almost 10 minutes. Um, he shit. What did they see? I'm still getting the hang of. Honestly, I didn't see a lot of Swerve on the Independence, and I didn't see a lot of them when they on NXT because like I got to the point where I was irritated, but and I think y'all understand this, but with NXT where when they get caught and then you get invested with a character in a year or two, and then you just get treated like straight shit. And I get it, like Ricochet's, up until he won that title, he was still having fights and bouts, but it's not about getting on TV. It's about how you're treated. You got all this talent, and you just you just have them keep losing and keep losing. And you're like, what the fuck, man? So, but yeah, check out Alex Zane if you can. There was a great match. Now, Tully Blanchard at the end of the Gates of Agony uh, match. He says we have one more member to Tully Blanchard the Enterprises. We'll talk and we'll introduce him later. Now he introduced after the match of Swerve and Zayn. He says this is our newest member, the Machine, Brian Cage. Brian Cage comes out, so it's Brian Cage versus Ninja Mac, and Ninja Mac tried to get a head start. He Brian didn't even get a chance to get in the ring. He looks up at the ring. He's coming down the aisle, looks at the ring. He does a flip dive. Ninja does, like freaking. He catches him. Right on his shoulder. That does the Machine, right? Brings him back into the, he freaking gives him a damn power bomb on the edge of the apron. Kind of similar to what Kevin Owens does sometimes. Look brutal, fuck. He's just having it. I mean, he did. Ninja Mac gets a couple of moves in, but he just dominated. This was So yeah, this went about less than 3 minutes, 2 minutes, just under 3 minutes. So Jay Lethal versus Liam Moriarty. The last 3 minutes, 2 minutes of this match was just fast paced. They were trading pinfalls. Roll ups and tie ups. It looked so fucking smooth. And then it was a split second when the referee randomly had his back turned in the corner. He was I forgot what distracted him, but he had his full back turned, and then freaking Lethal gives him a low blow to Moriarty quick, and the look on his face is like he was disgusted with himself, but he did it, and he did the lethal injection, gave him the cutter. 1, 2, 3. He wins it. He was so disgusted with himself. But that's what he did. This was a good match. Matt Sydal saw everything. Matt Sydal has a leg injury now. He gets in it with the crutch, and he's like gone. So he's talking to Matt Sydal's talking to Lee I keep saying Lee. He's first just consoling Lee, make sure he's okay. Then he goes to he goes Lee Moriarty. Matt Sydal goes to Lethal. Like, what are you doing? What the fuck? And so he gets Lethal gets he's like he seems kind of remorseful, and then he gets pissed off. He kicks his damn crutch. He falls down. That's Sydal. And Sanjay, which is his best friend for 20 years. You probably know Sanjay. He's popped up on Sammy Guevara's blog. He has a suit on, kind of looks Middle Eastern, bald head. Sanjay gets in, tries to talk something. He pulls him away, tells him to get out the ring. Tells Lisa to get out the ring. Come on, go. He goes, takes him to the back. Sanjay looks, he looks in a nice little suit on. He usually has a suit on. You probably know who I'm talking. I don't know if you follow. Try to. I haven't caught up, but I periodically watches the vlogs. They kind of slacking on it, but yeah, if you watch either one, whether it's Uno's, Sammy, the Bunnies, because BTE, you catch him on one of those four, easily. If you know who Sanjay is, or if you follow ROH, but anyhow, he takes him in the back, tries to calm him down. Sanjay looked disappointed when he seen what had happened. Just letting you know that he looked like he was disappointed when he seen what Lethal did to Lee Moriarty with the low blow. Sanjay was in the audience. He was watching the match. So now this is Mercedes Martinez versus Willow Nightingale. Like both of these women, they could have went either way. This is for the interim women's championship because Deonna Purrazzo had other contractual obligations that night. Remember, this past weekend was WrestleMania weekend. There was several promotions going on all at once. So look, let me see. So yeah, this was a great. Like they traded they ate both of each other's finishers. The OG drop, which reminds you of, OG drop is Martinez's finisher, which reminds you of Eagle's Edge, aka Everybody Dies from the finisher of the Murder Hawk monster Lance Archer. But in order for this to happen, Willow's thick girl. She's not sloppy. Like, listen, I like Doudrop. She's athletic, and Nia for her size, she can move okay, but she's more solid, Willow is. She's more solid, more put together. I think I can see she has toned up a little bit more, but she does a cartwheel like. He doesn't seem like she'd be able to do a cartwheel, but legs straight. I know you're saying it's not nothing, but it's like you see anybody do cartwheels, their legs and knees are bent. She does it straight, and she does a nice super kick. She does all that nice. Like when she does a move, she gets you. It's funny. She has a great amount of intensity and playfulness. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, I guess, somewhat of if just give you somebody, it's like a Bailey. I'm not saying she's like Bailey, but Bailey could get intense when she needed to. When she was before she popped the inflatable buddies. But yeah, this what happened. They both ate. Let me see. What was Willow's? Did Willow have a cat? I'm not sure what her signature finishing move, but she had some great offense. Both of them did. But she wins. Mercedes ultimately wins. She gets her in the surfboard when she captures both legs and arms, and then as she's bent back, she puts her in the dragon sleeper. Mercedes does, and she taps out to the dragon. I mean, between her knees, her neck, all that. I understand it. I understand. Some of these moves are actually painful to be put in. I mean, y'all have to understand. And I know this because my older brother was an asshole when I was fucking 7, 6, 8. He put me in a few of these moves just to see what was happening. Me being a dumbass younger brother, I'm like, oh, okay. Fuck shithead. Anyway, fuck. So the FTR Briscoe brothers match. You watch it, almost 30 minutes. Anything I say won't do it any fucking justice. It won't. This is literally their first match ever. They haven't fought on the independents, none of that. And I didn't know that, and I thought maybe they had crossed paths at some point. No. This is their very first match. This was for the ROH Championship. So I'm hoping you know by now. Spoiler. I'm gonna tell you who won, but I'm hoping you're watching this because you don't know who won. The FTR won. They're now now FTR is now the ROH and the AAA champions. So now this brings them to they won the NXT. The FTR has won NXT. champions, SmackDown champions, Raw champions, AEW champions, and now they have two more championships. So far they won 6 championships. I don't know what ones if they holding independence or not, but right now for the major promotions, those are the 6 they hold. Really just really count. They're the same, SmackDown and Raw, but that is, they did hold both. For hell, you say NXT, there still is WWE. So if you want to count them once, I understand, but yeah. Nah, I won't count NXT one. It was at the time completely different, two different things. Raw and SmackDown. There's things that are slightly better, but it's the fucking same show on 2 different nights. But anyway, watch that match. Yeah, FTR's new RH champions. Minoru Suzuki versus Rhett Titus for the television championship, the National World Television Championship. This is the first time Minoru Suzuki has won. He did win. He defeated him with the with the Gotch spot, the Gotch style power driver. It went exactly 6 minutes. Wheeler Yuta versus Josh Woods. This is for the Pure Championship, which is Pure Wrestling Championship. And they realized this was what Daniel Bryan had made it bread and butter on, being the Pure Champion, meaning you can only get 3 rope breaks. You hit somebody with a closed fist, you get 1 warning. You can do it once. You do it twice, you get disqualified. You can win by a count out. As far as title changes, if it is a title or is on the line. Let me see. I'm trying to think what the other rules are, but that's just basically showing you what's the difference between a regular wrestling match and a pure wrestling match. And this was just a year and a half ago. They held a tournament. RH did, because I watched a few of the bouts because they brought the title back. They had retired it. I'm not sure for how long or why, but they retired the Pure Championship, and they brought it back, and it was great. I liked it. I don't mind technical wrestling. I don't need to see a whole bunch of when you are doing a whole bunch of flips and dives. Not only does that diminish and desensitize you to it, but it loses its flair. So yeah, it was a lot of technical back and forth, and then to my surprise, he hit by that pin. There's only been one person I've seen kick out of this pin that Willie Yuta does, where he got him in almost in a crucifix, and he hooks the leg. The only person I've seen bounce out of that was because he put Moxley in it. Willie Yuta did the early last month when he fought, and he was able to, and he powered out of it. But Josh Woods did not get out of it. He pins him like that. Willie Yuta pins him like that, and Willer is the new champion. And I was surprised. I figured they would let him chase for a little bit. Maybe. And I'm not. Listen, there's a plan. I've been seeing Willer. They had some great fights, but I figured they would have. I don't know. Maybe wait about a couple of months. I'm not faulting them for that, but I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a chase. And Josh Woods need to be signed, and he needs to. Hopefully, this means it's a plan. This has to be a plan down the line. And so far. When it's like when I'm I have optimism, not because I'm sucking AEW's dick, but when Scorpio Sky won the Face of the Revolution ladder match, which happened a year ago, and when he lost, but he didn't beat Darby Allin for the TNT champion, and he went heel and beat up Darby Allin afterwards. I knew it was leading somewhere, and now a year later, he didn't win. He didn't have to be in a tournament, but he challenged for the TNT championship, and he won, and he has it. So I told myself be optimistic about this, and it paid off. He is, and he only defended it once so far against Wardlow. It was a great match. So final match. Jonathan Gresham versus Bandito. Bandito wasn't able to defend his title because he was sick with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So they had an interim champion, and which was a championship bout, which I believe it was it was during final battle. It was Jonathan Gresham versus it was Jay Lethal, and Jonathan wound up winning, and he wound up winning this one too. Jonathan Gresham is now the undisputed champion of ROH, and even though Chavo Guerrero Jr. was in Bandito's corner. He tried to cheat a few times and it didn't work. And Bandito he told him even before a pre-match interview, he said, "Please no cheating. You can be there with me. Please no cheating." That's what Bandito told Chavo. At one point before the match was over with, he had to send. Chavo had hit Gresham with the belt again behind the referee's back, and he saw this. Bandito did, and he's like, "Get out of here! Get him out of here!" He actually told the ref. He told the ref to kick him out. That Bandito told the ref, kick Chavo out of here. He did, but he winds up winning. It was a pinfall. It was a crucifix pinfall. You know, they were kicking out of each other's power moves, but Jonathan got him pinned down. He got to warm him out. He pinned both shoulders down like in a crucifix, and he wins. And it was a great match. Everything delivered. I'm glad Suzuki won. It didn't disappoint. I'm just glad nothing got spoiled for me because I didn't get a chance to see the full show until Sunday night, and that happened on Saturday. I was surprised I didn't hear. It was a bunch of news about the FTR won the RH championships. I didn't know that freaking Yuta won the pure championship. I didn't know Jonathan Gresham was undisputed. So I'm glad that got spoiled for me. I am so glad, and I hope that you go ahead and check out the full show. It's worth it, and go ahead and check out the channel, like, share, subscribe, and catch me on my I should have a review of Dynamite coming up. Actually, this is Wednesday. I'm recording this, so Dynamite's tonight. So, see if I could possibly do a review tomorrow morning when I get off. Hopefully, I'll be off on time and have enough time to go ahead and give you a good review. All right. Have a good afternoon.